Welcome back, myself teacher Parul. In this video, we are going to see the next part of Science Chapter 7, Control and Coordination. In previous videos, I have already started this lesson. We have completed two parts. This is the last part of this chapter. Okay. In previous videos, we have already seen Introduction to Control and Coordination. We have already started with animal nervous system. In that we have seen reflex action, human brains. Okay. We have also seen coordination in the plants. We have seen immediate response to the stimulus, movement due to the growth in the plants. Okay, but now in this video we will move ahead with the part 3 of this chapter. Okay, we will move ahead with the nervous system. In nervous system, our endocrine system was left. So in this video we are going to see about the endocrine system, how it works, how it coordinates, okay, in the human body. So, we will begin with part 3, hormones in animals. So, my dear students, let us begin with that. Apart from the nervous system, the other system in our body is also involved in control and the coordination, which is the endocrine system. As we have learnt earlier, just like plant hormones which involves in the growth of the plants, okay, plant hormones which involves in the growth of the plants. Animal hormones do not bring about directional growth, okay, but they promote controlled growth in various areas, okay, to maintain their body structure. The chemicals that are secreted, okay, the chemicals which are secreted in the animals, okay, and which are involved in the controlling and coordinating, okay, which are involved in the control and coordination are known as hormones. Okay, the chemicals, the hormones are secreted by endocrine glands. Okay, the hormones they are secreted by the endocrine glands. The collection of different endocrine glands constitutes as endocrine system. Okay, different group of different endocrine gland. It is known as what? It full constituent as endocrine system. The hormones that are secreted from endocrine glands, okay, the hormones which are secreted from the endocrine glands, they are released directly into the blood. Okay, they are released, the hormones, the chemical substances which are secreted from the endocrine gland, they are released directly into the blood and they target on specific organ to regulate their body function. Okay, they target on the specific organs to regulate body functions. Okay, to regulate means to work, whatever work is there they are regulating, okay, working in the body at the specific organs. There are 8 different type of the endocrine glands in the human body. Okay, let us learn about them in detail one by one and we will see what are the functions, how they are coordinating with the human body. Okay, so let us learn about them one by one in detail. Endocrine glands in human beings. Okay, the diagram A is of the male and the diagram B is of the female glands. Okay, now let us see about one by one in detail. A1, as you can see, the first one is the pineal gland, the next one is the hypothalamus pituitary gland. Okay, thyroid and parathyroid gland. Thymus, my dear students, please be very attentive and look in the diagram. Okay, then the adrenal gland, pancreas, testes in male. Okay, now the next B1, female endocrine gland, the pineal gland, the hypothalamus, pituitary gland, thyroid and parathyroid gland, thymus, adrenal gland, pancreas and ovary in females. Okay, so the only difference between the glands in the male and the female is in the female it is the ovary and in the male it is the testes. Okay, so my dear students, we shall be learning now all about this in detail, about their functions and all. Firstly, we will see where it is located in the human body. So let us begin with that. The location of the various organs, various glands, pineal gland and the pituitary gland. We'll see in detail. Here it is the pineal gland, the location of pituitary gland, the location of thyroid and parathyroid gland, the location of thymus, the location of pancreas, adrenal gland, testes in male and ovaries in female. So now we are going to learn in detail about this endocrine glands one by one. So my dear students, please be attentive and let us begin with that. The first gland is the hypothalamus. Okay, it is located in the forebrain. Okay, where this hypothalamus endocrine gland, it is located in the forebrain. Its main function is, okay, it's the main center. Okay, it is the main center and it is the relay station of the endocrine system. Relay station of the endocrine system means it is receiving something and then it is waiting and then that message or information is passed. Okay, so it is the main center. Okay, it receives whatever the information is there, it will keep and then at a particular time period it will pass on, okay, to the another gland. Okay, so this was all about the hypothalamus. Then next, the another gland is the pineal gland, which is located in the forebrain. Okay, so the hormone which is secreted by the pineal gland is the luteinizing follicle stimulating hormone oxytocin. Okay, oxytocin hormone is released by this. Now what is the function of this? Okay, it is releasing this hormone, but what is the function of this? Okay, it functions in bringing ovulation, okay, in the female. Okay, ovulation in the female, and it maintains the corpus luteum, okay, which is present there. Okay, oxytocin in uterine contraction and releasing breast milk. Okay, it is also helping in uterine contraction, okay, and also in releasing the breast milk in the female. Okay, the next is the pituitary gland. It is located in the forebrain. Okay, hormone secreted by this is the growth hormone. Now we will see what are the functions, okay, how it is working. So its function is to regulate growth and development of the body. Okay, it is regulating the growth and development of the body. If sufficient growth hormone is not secreted by the pituitary gland in childhood, okay, then body growth will be affected. Okay, and this type of the condition leads to dwarfism. Okay, dwarfism, short heighted people. Okay, now if it is secreted, now this growth hormone is secreted in large amount. Okay, so if it is secreted in the large amount, the growth of the bones, the limbs will be more. Such type of a person looks like giant, and this condition is known as giantism. Okay, the secretion of this pituitary gland should be normal. It should not be less, it should not be more. Okay, if it is less, then the condition is of dwarfism, and if it is secreted more, then the condition occur of giantism. We look giant. The another gland is the thyroid and the parathyroid gland. Okay, located in the windpipe, or it is also known as the trachea. The hormone which is secreted, it is the thyroxine. Okay, it secretes the hormone thyroxine. Okay, now the function of this is it controls the level of carbohydrates, proteins and fat metabolism. Okay, iodine is necessary to secrete thyroxine. If iodine is deficient in our body, then thyroid gland increases in the size and the swollen neck. Okay, Now see what this thyroxine, what this thyroid and parathyroid is doing. They are releasing, they are secreting thyroxine hormone, which is controlling the amount of carbohydrate, proteins and fats. Okay, now iodine is very necessary for this secretion of this hormone thyroxine. Okay, if it is deficient, then in our body the thyroid gland increases in the size. Okay, here in the neck part. Okay, increases in the size, and that's why our neck looks swollen, सूजा हुआ लगता है. Okay, so iodine is important for this hormone to be released. Thymus. Okay, thymus is located on trachea nearer to the heart. Okay, it is secreting the hormone thymosin. Okay, the hormone which is secreted by this is the thymosin. Its function is it activates the immune system in animals. Okay, it activates the immune system in animals. Pancreas, it is located just below the stomach. Okay, it secretes the hormone insulin, which is very important. Okay, it secretes the hormone insulin. Okay, now its function is to regulate the blood sugar level. Okay, this pancreas, its function is to regulate the blood sugar levels in animals. Okay, the next gland is the adrenal gland. Okay, it is located just above the kidney. Okay, it is located just above the kidney, which image we have already seen. The hormone secreted from this is the adrenaline. Okay, its function is to prepare the body to deal with the emergency situation. Okay, it prepares the body to deal with the emergency situation. It might be any kind of the emergency situation, so it prepares the body to deal with that type of the emergency situation. The next gland is this testis, which is present in the male. Okay, it is located in the abdominal region of the male, that is the male sex organ. It releases the hormone testosterone. Okay, it is releasing the hormone, it is secreting the hormone testosterone. Okay, it functions. What are the function of this? Okay, it causes development of sexual organs and secondary sexual characteristics in the male. Okay, it develops the sexual organs in the body. Okay, whatever sexual organs are there, development occurs because of the release of this hormone testosterone, and it also develops the secondary sexual characteristics in the male. Secondary sexual character means growth of the body hair, including the underarm, the abdominal hair, okay, the chest hair and the pubic hair. Okay, growth of the facial hair, enlargement of the larynx, that is the Adam's apple, which is seen near the neck. Okay, then your voice changes. Okay, in adult males they get taller. Okay, heavier skull and bone structure, increase their muscle strength. Okay, broadening of their shoulders and chest. Okay, and increase in the secretion of the oils and sweat glands. Okay, so lot of us observe like lot of sweating is there in the males, right? Okay, so these all things are done by the hormone which is secreted, that is the testosterone. Okay, that's why all these changes are observed in the secondary sexual characters. Okay, next is the ovaries. Okay, ovaries, this is the female sex organ. Okay, it is found in the females. Okay, it releases the hormone estrogen. Okay, it causes development of the sexual organs and the secondary sexual characteristics in the females. Okay, there is development in the sexual organs. Okay, now the secondary sexual characteristics in females, that is the enlargement of the breast, okay, and erection of the nipples. Okay, growth of body hair, growth of pubic hair. Okay, widening of the hips and all. Okay, even the voice changes little bit. Okay, so these are the secondary sexual characteristics in the female, which is done by the releasing hormone estrogen. Okay, now let us find in detail how it prepares in the each situation. In the case of emergency situation, adrenal gland release adrenaline in the blood, into the blood. Okay. In the case of the emergency situation, as I have already told you, that this adrenal gland, what it releases the hormone, it secretes the hormone adrenaline into the blood, okay, which acts on the heart, okay, and the other tissues, and it increases the heartbeats, sends more oxygen to the muscles, okay, which acts on the heart of the tissue of the other tissues, okay. And what it does, it increases the rate of the heartbeat, okay, and send more oxygen to the muscles. Now it reduces the blood supply of to the digestive system and the skin, which diverts blood to the skeletal muscles. And increasing in the breathing of the rate, okay, so the heartbeat rate increases. So the hormones not only act in emergency situation, but also it is involved in the coordination of all these things, okay. Any deficiency of hormone or excessive release of the hormone leads to disorders in the human bodies. We will take one example now, like insulin deficiency leads to diabetes, okay, in human. Thyroid deficiency, it leads to hypothyroidism. Excess thyroid leads to hypothyroidism or goiter. So, it is very important for the hormones to secrete in precise quantity. It should not be more or not, it should not be less. It should be in precise, in the exact quantity. Otherwise, it gives some disorders to the body. I hope you have understood till here. So this was all about the endocrine system in humans. So with this video we have ended our chapter 7, control and coordination. I will be back with another new video, new chapter. Till then, my dear students, keep your notebooks complete till these 2 chapters. Okay, see you all soon. Bye bye.